All right, in Level Up class, we are going to talk about having restraint. What are you putting in your DNA? Having restraint. And what are you putting in your DNA? All right, so having restraint. I've had a couple people ask me, what is this word or how to understand it better. So, restraint. Restraint, you see, the problem with a lot of things that people have when it comes to addictions and to not being confident is because they don't know how to hold back. They don't have restraint. Instead of um, engaging in eating one little part of the chicken, people want to eat the entire chicken. Instead of having one piece of cake or a half a piece of cake, they want to eat until their stomach is filled out and they can't eat anymore. That will be not having restraint. Okay, and restraint is extremely important to this right here, what we always talk about, and to level it up. So, one of the things that you want to do whenever you feel like you are starting to overindulge, whenever it comes to addictions, one of the things the first thing you want to do is you want to take a breath. That will give you time to actually inhale the thoughts of what you are doing. So you're recognizing, you're keeping aware, you're having awareness about where you are at that particular moment, what is in front of you, and what your objective is. We always want to go back to the objective. When you go back to the objective, you can always find out if you are having restraint very quickly. For instance, if you are trying to go down the street to the bank, right? But on the way to the bank, you always have this Krispy Kreme donut place that you like to engage in. Your first priority is to get to the bank. If you impede doing what your first priority is, whatever it is, to do something that you may overindulge in or that you know that you have a problem with, whenever it's impeding your daily life, that's when you know you have a problem with restraint. Okay? So you want to make sure that you complete your goals. If you're not completing your goals, then you know you have a problem with restraint. You want to try more than that. So you want to take a breath. You want to realize where you are, what you're doing, what's in front of you. And once you do that, you'll be able to connect more with your goal. And when you connect back with the finishing point or the end game, you complete that. And then you win. You level up. All right. Now, when it comes to what are you putting into your DNA? Now, this is extremely important because a lot of people don't understand, but a lot of things that you've done from before and a lot of things that you do later on in your life, you are putting in the DNA for people that come after you, and there's things in your DNA that have been put in before you came. So, what your only goal is, you can't change what happened before you were here, but you can change what you had after you're here. So you want to put things into your DNA, meaning put things into your tradition of what your body will be able to assimilate. You know, if that makes it should make total sense to you guys. Um, if I were to continually eat nuts And I did that for years and years and years until I passed. I put that type of eating, that form of eating into my DNA. As well as if you are thinking a lot of positive thoughts and you're thinking about always progressing and leveling up and how you can help, you're putting that into your DNA. That means the person that comes after you in your family or in a different part of the world will not be as hateful. See, what we have going on, and it's been an epidemic, is a lot of hate is coming out of people's mouths. Therefore, hate begets hate. That's a fact. That's a rule. Hate begets hate. It doesn't bring anything else but hate. So that's why you're seeing all these different things happening in negative fashion, all these hate being spewed out to people because hate begets hate. That's being put in their DNA. It was been put in their DNA from before. When you see little kids looking at in pictures, looking at people hanging, or it was that hate was being put into their DNA. Okay, so you want to be careful what you are putting in your DNA, the things you're eating, your attitudes, things you are reading and learning, and the knowledge that you accumulate, how much you level up, how much you see yourself as a winner, your successes and your failures. You're putting that into your DNA. Okay, so you want to be conscious of what you're thinking, what you're doing, and around the surroundings that you are around. That's one of the big parts of leveling up, is because you arise above the situations that you are and you understand them, understand them. All right. So what are you putting in your DNA? I hope all greatness. Having restraint. Make sure that you realize where you are, what you need, what's appropriate in the end game, the goal. Okay? Level up.